But next morning at the Ampang Puteri Private Hospital, there's a hiccup.
Yeah.
As Angie is about to go into theatre, a Gorgeous Getaways rep informs her the original quote has just been revised upwards.
So it's about 4,000 increase because of the extensive work.
That's $1,600. But Gorgeous Getaways is mistaken about what their original quote covered.
No, the first quote is only for breast and tummy tuck.
If we've got it at the hotel, if so, we can bring it and show you.
Oh, all right. No problem.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I think it's better for you to relax now, and then we will sort that out with theory.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Angie's final bill, 36,000 ringgits, $14,500, is required in cash on the day. It's more than they budgeted for.
Do you think it's fair for the price to change substantially?
I guess, no, it's not fair. But when Angie's been the way she has been for many years, I guess money doesn't really hinder you at all. It doesn't sort of block you from getting the final result.
Brave-faced Brady says bye to his mum.
You'll be seen, especially appointed by the hospital.
You all right? I'm coming back.
But not, as it will transpire, for a very long time. It's 10 a.m. Angie's 130-kilogram body is about to be downsized big time. She's in the hands of a surgeon who recently received a kind of knighthood. It was bestowed by a former king who happens to be one of Dr. Jalil's patients.
Are royal family members among your patients?
Yeah, I should say that. Some, I should say that. But being, I like to be discreet.
But there's nothing discreet about his operating theatre.
When I operate, I listen to rock song. It calms me down.
While the doctor rocks, Angie sleeps. Every hour under anaesthetic compounds the risk of complications.
She's at high risk from lung collapse, deep vein thrombosis, getting a blood clot in the lungs, post-operative pneumonia. Could be fatal.
Do you think you push the limits of possibility?
No. As I say, I still follow what is the standard medical practice, what is safe standard medical practice.
The reason for doing multiple procedures in one go? It's a marketing ploy by Gorgeous Getaways, set up 2 years ago. It helps keep the cost down for patients who might otherwise have 2 or 3 separate procedures. And it also helps being in Malaysia.
If you go to a Southeast Asian economy where the wage rates are much lower, you can work the exchange rate. It's much cheaper.
For 4 hours, Dr. Jalil has been singeing and scissoring the part that bothered Angie most, the big flap of stomach known as an apron. Off it comes in a single piece, all 7.5 kilos.
See, no more spare tire.
Jane Powell's lost her spare tyre too, and more. This is day 5 after the same surgery as Angie's having, and Jane's feeling it.
What's the experience been like for you?
A mixture of emotions. Sorry. Really miss my family. Really miss my family.
Jane came alone, all the way from England, like Angie, because it's the only way she could afford the surgery.
What's changed?
My breasts are like here and not down here. They dropped 8.5 inches. When I sat down, they barely touched my knees. And it's very uncomfortable.
Has it been harder than you imagined?
A lot harder.
How much pain has there been?
Marks out of 10, I'd say 9, 9.5.
For me, I'm a little worried because Angie went into the operation with a very brave face, saying that she can't wait. So I feel like I'm taking on all her worry as well.
Angie's been unconscious for 9 hours now. She's had her tummy tucked,
her back trimmed, liposuction, and so far one breast reduced. And while everything appears to be going well, the longer this continues, the more difficult her recovery will be. Dr. Jalil was considering going further, doing liposuction to Angie's upper arms. But after 10 hours, he calls it quits.
Very good, well done. Just open your mouth for me.
Angie's done well with no complications, but she's lost a litre of blood and 10 kilos of fat.
This is the fat. It looks like a curry.
You've done very well, very good.
So you happy with what you've done?
No, so. Not bad, not bad. You think it's okay? Huh?
Yeah.
Just going to give you some oxygen, okay?
After the most brutal assault Angie's body has ever known, she's gently brought back to life.
Okay, open your eyes. Well done, Jeff.
Look right, Angie. So, Angie, what do you think?
I am amazed, actually.
Next morning, Angie's awake, alert and remarkably well.
A little bit sore, but not something that I can't handle.
Have you run your hands over your body?
I did have a secret feel this morning, thinking, has it really gone? And yes, it has.
It went in one piece.
Wow.
7.5 kilos.
Just that one piece?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's gross.
The business end over, Jane and Angie, very swollen, were encouraged to stay in KL for 3 weeks to recuperate and relax.
You know, this is the life, isn't it? You could live like this.
They're beginning to appreciate what they've lost and what they've gained, seeing intimate bits for the first time in years.
Dada was like, oh, hello, nice to see you.
I was like that in the hospital. I lifted up the blankets like this and I go, oh, my God, it's there. It's quite funny.
Angie's hotel accommodation was an extra $2,000 on top of the surgical costs. But Angie says she's still about $20,000 ahead by going to Malaysia. And she's had everything she wants done in one hit.
I know that a Kiwi doctor would not have done the amount of surgery that I had done over in Malaysia. I'm a walking example that it didn't go wrong. It's perfect. I'm fine. I'm happy. Everything's healing really, really well, so there's nothing really to be sceptical about.
You've had a minor complication, haven't you?
I have a little bit of fluid that still builds up on my right side, which I have to have drained when it gets to the uncomfortable point.
9 weeks on, Angie's back in Auckland, now 24 kilograms lighter. She lost 14 of those herself after the surgery. For the first time in a long time, in jeans and fitted tops.
My husband reckons that now I dress to kill. There's nothing to hide really now.
Sort of showing off your new figure.
Must be. It must be.
Do you feel beautiful?
I feel a lot better than I used to feel before. I always said, no, I'm ugly. I don't think I'm a beauty, but I feel a lot better and I feel beautiful inside. Yeah. I haven't really had the opportunity to do this before, so I'm not sure exactly what I like.
Angie's aiming to lose another 20 kilograms, but already she's at a point where she'd like to buy pretty underwear.
Do you like what you see?
I'm much better. I can look in the mirror now.
Yeah, like this is the first.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that people treat you differently?
Yeah, they do. I can go to the gym and wear my togs around the pool and I don't have people looking out the side of their eyes or looking the other way.
Remember the old Angie?
You feel you just blend in now?
Definitely. I suppose it's just being able to walk around and not be the centre of attention in a negative way. Yeah.
Now it's in a positive way?
Maybe in a positive way.
Martin Rees, the New Zealand surgeon in that story, says that just because Angie came through with no major problems doesn't mean serious risks didn't exist. He says Angie got exceptionally good results and there's no way the same surgery could have been done in New Zealand for the same price.